Well, hello, my name is Ray Signorello. I'm the proprietor of Signorello Estate Winery here in Napa Valley. We chose this property back 38 years ago because it was in a cooler part of Napa Valley. It has a very rocky exposure, which creates wines that have a little more of a Euro feel to them, a little more ageability than maybe some of the wines that come out of the northern part of Napa Valley. This is really the basis for the quality on the estate. Everything comes from our 100-acre property on the Silverado Trail. About 45 acres are in vine, and we're really blessed with great vine age. Vines are like people. When they're young, they're exuberant. You get a lot of yield off young grapes, like you do with people, a lot of output, a lot of physicality. But as people mature, they get more mental fortitude, more experience. Vines get older, they get more experience. They produce a nicer, deeper quality grape. And there's no shortcut to that. It takes years. And I've been doing this now. This is my 28th vintage making the wines. And what I've seen is over the years, the wines have taken on a deeper, more complex mouthfeel. And there is no duplication for that from young vines. The first wine I'm going to talk about is our Seta. Seta is an Italian word that means silk. And the basis for this wine is a wine very French, full-bodied, ageable, white Bordeaux, made in Napa, but definitely the qualities that you would get in the old world of France and Bordeaux. Second wine we have is the Hope's Cuvée Chardonnay. Hope was my mother, Hope Signorello, and this is the oldest vines on the estate. So we are very, very lucky, very blessed to have 36-year-old Chardonnay vineyards on this property. And what that creates is a wine that is very profound, and it has the quality of a Grand Cru white Burgundy. We don't make much of it. There's about 400 cases a year. It's made without compromise, no filtration, wild yeast fermented. As good as it is today, fresh out of the bottle, in 10, 15 years it'll be even better. So the Padrone and the Estate Cabernet come from the same vineyards on the property. What it is a selection off the estate, and we select what we think are the most powerful, most intense lots, and those are the Padrone. With that, the lots that don't have quite the tannin structure, we blend those together for the Estate Cabernet. So ultimately, the Estate Cabernet is a wine that might be a little more drinkable between 0 and 15 years, where the Padrone is meant to go from 0 to maybe 20 to 30 years, so more intensity. It's truly our first growth, our top blend, the Padrone. So the Padrone, the 2012 Padrone, it's Italian word means the head of the family. This is a tribute to my father who passed in 1998. And this is meant to be kind of the greatest expression of Cabernet terroir on our property. In this vintage, we blended a little bit of Cabernet Franc. It's got about 9%. No filtration, completely unfined. It's a wine, that, again, like the Estate Cabernet, that as good as it is today, this wine will at least go 20, maybe even 30 years. So the next two wines in the allocation offering are the 2012 Athena Cabernet Sauvignon and the 2012 Alessandra Cabernet Sauvignon. Athena is my 4-year-old daughter, and Alessandra is my 2-year-old daughter. So this is the first time we've made these two wines. These are typically components of the Padrone. What I did in this vintage is I kept out a couple of barrels of each and bottled them separately. So they're kind of like true expressions of the Padrone, but they're kept separately, and really, really serious Cabernets. We're not going to make these very often. 2012, as we discussed earlier, is one of those magical vintages, kind of the best in the last 20 years. And it was the vintage that gave us the ability, and what I wanted to do is showcase two separate little parcels, albeit in 100-case production lots. But if you really want to see the essence of the Padrone on a one-on-one basis, the Athena and the Alessandra, and you'll see the different personalities in both of those wines. Athena, maybe a little kind of more forward, slightly more modern in its style, a little more maybe fruit-driven forward. The Alessandra is definitely more that Euro old world style. Again, it's got more of that cigar, the cedar, the tar. And the reason for that is the Alessandra comes from our eastern exposure vineyard, which is a little cooler, and the Athena comes from our western exposure vineyard, which is a little warmer. So I think it's an interesting exercise to see really the great components that go into the Padrone. And again, we won't be doing this every year, but we have a small amount of both of these in this one vintage. So we've kind of got nice old vines, low yields, a little cooler site, all that combined together to create some wines that are truly world class. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do, and thanks for listening to us today.